I like to every once in a while have a sort of not slice of life, but a sort of tips that I give to you guys, especially if I get enough people asking about certain things. So today's topic we're gonna talk about is why you should and shouldn't be a gaming content creator or live streamer or whatever it is that you are aiming to do within the YouTube, Twitch realm of things. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to talk about regarding stuff like that, and we're gonna get to all of that. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, all of that stuff. Now, I'm doing this live because I do a lot of work at night. So tip number one, or not tip number one, but thing you should know, first things first, is depending on the type of content creator you're going to do or be, you need to be well aware that you are going to have a lot of late nights, okay? It's just what's going to happen. Again, depending on what kind of content creator you are. Because if you're going to be a live streamer, maybe you don't have as many late nights as other people do. Maybe maybe you just do your streaming stuff and that's it, and you don't have to worry about being such a late night streamer. But typically, if you're doing a bunch of content creation, just as itself, you're gonna have a lot of late nights because you're gonna be doing your video recording, you're gonna be doing your editing, you're gonna be making your thumbnails, you're gonna be doing your descriptions, all that stuff. So I would mark that as a con. So make sure you get your handy dandy notebook out and take some notes. Okay, first note to take down is you will have, if you're gonna be a content creator in the typical sense where you record videos and you edit and all that stuff, you're going to have a lot of late nights. It's a late night for me. It's 3:45 a.m. for me, which is a late night. Okay. Another thing while we're in the cons, okay, let's be in the cons. All right. While we're in the cons of things, your editing might not be good in the beginning. Be aware of that. My editing sucks. Even right now, even still now, my editing is really bad. I am not a good editor, even for my own videos. So typically what I do, I will do multiple takes and keep whatever is the best take instead of editing out, because for me, it'll save time. And the more time that you can save as a content creator, the better off you're going to be. Trust me, because you don't want to be doing this where you're up late at night. Okay, so it's a con, but it'll be a benefit in the long run if you do learn how to edit and in a good way using a good program and stuff like that. If you're looking for free editing software, I use HitFilm. That's the easiest one for me, just because it's free. Now, like I said, some of you guys might be wondering why it's a live stream that I'm doing right now. Is because I have a lot of stuff that's like in the background of things, rendering, editing, and all that stuff. So I needed a break. This was on my mind, so I wanted to have this discussion. And then those of you who guys are catching this later on like a video on demand, then you get to just leave a comment down below if you have any questions and whatnot. Let's go to another con. Okay, first things, if you're going to be a live streamer, you're going to have a lot of streams where you don't have anybody in there. That's just how it's going to be. It's not going to be like you hit live and all of a sudden you're going to have hundreds or whatever, tens, 20, hundreds of people in the live stream. That's not how it works. There's going to be a lot of live streams where you don't have anybody in there. That's how it is for me, and even still now. Right, even still now, that's how it is. It's not like I have like 100 people in every live stream. No, I'll have anywhere between 15 to 50 people, depending on what it is I'm playing, what it is that people are interested in. Because not everybody's interested in every game that you'll play, and that's perfectly acceptable. So keep that in mind, because people get discouraged very easily, and don't think you're going to be quitting your day job anytime soon. Okay, and the thing is, one of the reasons why I want to go over this type of stuff, because like I see all these videos, right? So it's like, oh, how to grow your YouTube channel, how to get your first 1,000 subs, how to do this, how to do that. look, some of those tips, okay, they're nice and whatnot, but most of them are trash. Most of them can't be applied to small channels. I don't care what they say. If they say that, oh, your first 1,000 subs, no, all of that stuff, you cannot apply it to your channel. So going to the next tip, how to grow your channel. Okay, figure out what kind of channel you want to have. You want to have a niche channel? Do you want to have a variety gaming channel? Do you want to have a channel that you're doing strictly content on? Do you want to do live streams mostly? Are you going to incorporate your live streams? Are you going to stream on Twitch? Are you going to stream on YouTube? Are you going to stream on both? You have to decide how you want to do that. And after you decide that, you need to know and learn how to market yourself. That is the best tip that I could possibly give you. Best tip for anybody. Know how to market yourself. Okay? Because nobody's going to do it for you. Especially on Twitch. Twitch is not a discovery platform. Okay? You can go live on Twitch and nobody will show up ever. Okay? Ever. It happens to me. Like I said, it happens to me. Like, if I decide one day I want to just strictly stream on Twitch, I have like maybe 3 people on Twitch. Because Twitch is not a discovery platform. Unless people are looking for a specific game that you're playing on Twitch, they're not going to find your channel. They don't promote you like YouTube will promote you and stuff like that, being in the algorithm, because that's just how it is. All right. If you want to promote yourself, best thing to do is go on the Reddits, go on to the find the Discords for the game that you enjoy. Get to know the people in those Discords. See if they allow you to promote yourself in their Discords. See if you're allowed to promote yourself in the Reddits. And go on Facebook. I know some people don't like Facebook, but you know what? Facebook is a great place to market yourself. They have a lot of Facebook groups and stuff like that. So if you want to market yourself, go on to Facebook and market yourself into the Facebook groups. Again, make sure that they allow you to do so, because not all the Facebook groups allow you to do that. Like, for example, like anime communities are very... how can I put it? Anime communities are very stingy, tight. I mean, they don't want a whole mess of people promoting in their Facebook groups and their Reddits and Discord for anime communities, because like think of how many anime content creators are out there. So you just take that in consideration, that there's probably a ton of people who are trying to promote themselves in those outlets. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Learn how to promote yourself. You got to learn to promote yourself. That is really, really, really important. That's probably one of the most important things when it comes to being a content creator, especially in the beginning, because you're brand new to YouTube. YouTube's algorithm, it doesn't know you yet. It doesn't know what kind of content you're putting. It doesn't know what you're doing at all. So until you promote yourself and until you allow the AI to put you into a proper algorithm, you're not going to get promoted. You're not going to see views and nothing from non-solicited forms of promotion. Okay, that brings us into the other topic of YouTube. You have to learn how to do tags. You got to learn how to do tags. You got to learn to do descriptions. Some of the best things to do when it comes to the tags and everything else like that. Yeah, like one of the best things is to have your tags matching your title, matching your description. Okay, if you can match those, then it makes it easier for YouTube's algorithm for the search results to find your video, because then your rankings on your tags will match what is in your video description and your title and stuff like that. So that's really, really important when it comes to doing content and on the YouTube side of things. Now, again, there's more to it than just that, but that is something that will help you to be discovered in YouTube search results. An easy way to do that is to get TubeBuddy. I'm not sponsored, not an affiliate with TubeBuddy, nothing like that, but TubeBuddy, which it's I think it's TubeBuddy.com. It's a browser extension for Chrome. Go ahead and download TubeBuddy. And that'll definitely help you with your tags. It'll tell you where your tags are ranking in the search results. So if somebody's searching for example, how to be a gaming content creator, if my tags match my description, matches my title, then people are going to find this video a lot easier, and it's going to rank on the charts. So you'll see a number next to that tag, and that'll tell you where your video falls into place when people are searching for that specific thing. Another thing to take in consideration is thumbnails. Learn how to do your thumbnails and stuff. And I just hit my microphone. Learn how to do your thumbnails and stuff. That is really important. I'm not that good at doing my thumbnails. Every now and then I'll get creative and I'll do something with my thumbnail, and like I'll have a picture of me, and I'll get a little bit creative, but I'm not really that good with my thumbnails. I know I'm not. So don't be like me and learn how to use Photoshop or whatever to be able to make good thumbnails, because you don't want to be like me. Do as I say, not as I do. All right. Another thing when it comes to videos, try to find a day to record all your videos. Okay. It's tough. I get it. The best thing you can do for yourself is to be on a schedule. Okay. Schedule your life out so you can then record videos and upload them to YouTube and have them on a schedule basis. One of the things that YouTube likes is consistency. Okay, especially for new content creators. Some people say to upload daily. You can upload daily. You can upload every other day, as long as you're consistent and when you do it, instead of sporadically uploading videos and whatnot. The best way to do that is to be able to record multiple videos in a day, have them uploaded, ready to go. Whatever you're doing. If you're going to do a let's play, if you're going to do tips on certain games, whatever the case may be, make sure that you pre-record the videos, upload them so they're good to go on a schedule basis, so you allow yourself time to breathe and allow yourself time to come up with some more videos that you want to create. So that way you're not always rushing trying to get the next video out, and then that's how you burn yourself out. So if you can schedule yourself, like for me, I typically schedule out Sunday, Mondays as a day to record all my videos, or most of my videos, and upload them. That's how I have it scheduled. If you guys can schedule whatever day it is that you schedule your life out so you can do that. It's really important. I have a lot of friends in the gaming sphere who they have that problem where they can't seem to schedule out videos, and then they're like, oh man, sometimes my videos are just like sporadic on what time of day they go out, and I feel like it's hurting my channel not being able to be consistent on the day or the time. And I'm like, look, the easiest thing to do is to find a way to schedule out a day for you to upload the videos. And like I said, that goes back to one of the first things that I said, is that you're gonna have late nights like I am right now. It's just gonna happen. Okay. Whatever it is that you're going to do, just be aware of that. Schedule it around your life, schedule it around your work, your family, whatever. Make sure that you have time to spend with them and to do whatever you want to do as far as work and everything else. Because let's be honest, YouTube is not going to make you instantly rich. You're not going to quit your job. All right. Nothing like that. So be mindful that you're not gonna get big instantly. That's not how it works, unless you get lucky, because there's a lot of luck involved. People don't tell you that, okay? Especially those, how to get your first 10,000 subs or whatever. There's a lot of luck involved in that too, because if you get a video that becomes viral, that's luck. That's nothing to do with because you did your tags or anything. Like, that's luck. Okay, there is luck involved in some of these things, and that's just how it happens. What you do with that luck after that is that will determine what your channel is going to become, or if it is going to become anything, because you're not going to make money off of that first view or that first video that becomes viral, especially if you're not monetized on YouTube. That's just not how it works. Now, the other tip I want to give you guys, especially considering how somebody just asked this, is full-time or part-time YouTube. The problem with that, okay, is that if you're going to be doing daily uploads, you're going to be doing live streams and stuff, that is a full-time thing. Like, I do YouTube full-time, but I'm not making full-time money doing YouTube. I still work, okay? I still make plenty more money doing my day job as opposed to YouTube. But for me, YouTube is it's you got to treat it like a hobby. Don't treat it like you're gonna make a whole bunch of money doing this. Okay, if you treat it like a hobby and you make money doing the hobby, that's awesome. Like that's the way that I see it, right? So YouTube's a hobby. It's a full-time hobby, but most hobbies are full-time hobbies if you really think about it. Like whether your hobby is working on cars or racing them or doing music or whatever your hobby is, most hobbies are full-time. So why not turn your hobby into something more, right? So then that's where we get into a pro for this. So why you should be a content creator. Okay, you're gonna be playing video games anyways, right? That's the way I see it. If you're gonna be playing video games anyways, might as well stream it. Now, how you're gonna stream it is a whole nother question, because I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to spend a ton of money building a computer, buying a whole bunch of equipment. You don't need to do that. Yes, it'll help. It'll be fantastic, but you don't really need to do that. If you have a PlayStation 4, you can just hit go live. Now, some games are blocked. Okay, some games you can't stream directly from your PS4. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Like, for example, Persona 5, when Persona 5 first came out, I don't know if it is now. I haven't tried it from my PS4 directly, but when Persona 5 first came out, it was blocked because it was blocked by Atlas because they didn't want anyone to ruin the story for people. So you couldn't stream Persona 5 directly from your PS4. But other games, you can. So you might as well, if you're going to be playing them anyways. That's the way that I see it. If I, like, all these games that I play, I'd be playing them just sitting in my room, right? But instead, I decided that I wanted to go ahead and stream them or make videos on them because it's something that I enjoy doing and I'm going to do it anyway. So I might as well do that and try to build a community for things. Now, speaking of community, it's really important to build your own community. Okay? Best way to do that is to find out what your niche is. If you fall into a niche, find out what people enjoy watching you play and build a community on that. Okay, it's all building blocks that you got to put together. So you got to open up social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. You got to go make your own Discord. You got to get people involved in your Discord and all of that stuff. Problem that I have, which I don't, that's my problem because I don't do it enough, is that I don't ask people to share my videos that often on like Twitter or Facebook or any social medias, right? So that's on me. But that you really should. I really should ask people to share my videos because that's the only way more people are going to get involved in them and interested in those videos. And that's really what you have to do. You really need to do that. Give me a second, chat. I will get to that. I want to get everything off the top of my head. Then we'll address the questions in chat because I see you guys asking questions. I will answer them. Just give me a second. So another pro is being able to experience things in a live fashion, right? So people like reactions. If you're playing a horror game, people love to see the reactions that you have for that horror game. If you're playing an emotional game, people like to see that. Take into consideration that some games might get a good reaction out of you even before you play it or even before you know anything about it. And that way you can decide, do I want to do a video on this or do I want to do a live stream on it? People like to see reactions, and that's the biggest thing that I've noticed when it comes to video games. I'm going to address this one just because I have an answer for this. Mind Bloxer, drink a Corona Extra. Listen, you can have any beer that you want as long as it's a Corona. Okay? Anyways, so be mindful of what games might draw a reaction out of you. Only you know yourself better than anybody else does. So you know if a game will get you emotional or if it'll get you to react in a scared kind of way because it's a horror game or whatever. Or you might get angry and upset and kind of rage a little bit. Like, people like to see stuff like that because it's all reactions. So be mindful of that type of game and decide maybe I should stream this instead of making a video on this. Now, there's some cases where you're going to want to just play the game on your own, just because you want to enjoy the story and all that stuff. And I get that. I do that with some games too. Biggest tip that I could give as far as like gaming goes, like gaming wise, and that's besides the promote yourself tip. Biggest tip for me is don't overwhelm yourself with games. Okay? Do not overwhelm yourself with games. I have a problem. I will admit I have a problem where I will buy a whole ton of games. Doesn't mean I'm going to play all of them on live stream. Doesn't mean I'm going to play all of them just in general. Some of the games I just buy for collection purposes. But don't overwhelm yourself with games, because what happens is that you might be playing a game, and if you are playing like 3-4 games all at once, what's going to happen is you will lose track of the other games, or maybe you'll find one game more interesting than another, and then you'll just stop playing the other game, and then people will keep asking you, "Oh, what happened to this game? Why aren't you playing this game anymore?" And you'll respond, "Oh, I'm planning to go back to do it. I'll get to it eventually." I'm gonna tell you right now, no, you're not. No, you're not, because the next game's gonna come out. The next game's gonna come out, and you're just gonna keep going to the next game, the newest thing, because you want to play the newest games, because that's what everybody's interested in. So you're not gonna go back, all right? Unless you have like a downtime. Unless there's a downtime in game releases and stuff like that, then maybe you might go back to it. But it's very rare. Okay? The other thing is you'll never finish the games. Okay? So if you overload yourself playing like 4 games all at once, like one game every different day or whatever, you're going to overload yourself. You're never going to finish those games. Or if you do, it's going to take you forever to finish those games, especially if they're long games. Okay? So if you're like playing like an RPG, an action-adventure game, a horror game, and then just like a shooter or whatever, I'll tell you right now, the RPG and the action-adventure game, unless you're really into those games, those are going to fall off, because you're going to be more into, like, it's going to be easier for you to finish the horror game. It's going to be easier for you to finish the shooter game. The RPG is going to be way too long, especially if you're only playing it for like 1-2 hours of live stream, and it's a 60-hour video game. You're never going to finish that game, okay? And then the action-adventure game, typically action-adventure games are anywhere between 10 to 20 plus hours. Again, if you're only playing that 1 or 2 hours a live stream, you're never finishing that. Okay, so unless your live streams for those games, those type of games that are going to be longer games, unless your live streams for those are going to be long live streams, I'm talking 6 to 8 hour live streams, you are never finishing those games. It's just not going to happen. Okay, and I don't care what you might think, if it's like, oh, it's nice to play a different game every day, and I'm addressing that because I will not name names, but I tried to bring this to the person's attention, and he shut me down and saying, no, it's nice to have different games every day. Okay, I mean, that's your thing. You're never gonna finish those games. Okay, I know those games. You're never gonna finish those games. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, and that's understandable. If you're playing a short game, or okay, fine, you dedicate time, one game at a time, knock them out of the park. Unless it's like a mindless game that you don't really have to worry about finishing, right? There's those type of games too, like looter shooters, right? So like Destiny or like MMOs, where like you don't have to worry about finishing those games. They go on forever. Then you are okay having those games be like every other day or whatever, because you don't have to worry about those games so much. So that's something that you need to keep in mind when it comes to live streaming video games, because I'm telling you right now, if you do that and then a new game drops, so say for example you playing like 4 of those games, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake drops and you want to play it, guess what? You're not finishing that other RPG. You're never going to touch it again unless you have some downtime, or you're going to play it off camera. It's never going to happen, okay? Same thing with the action adventure game. It's not going to happen unless there's downtime or you play it off camera. Dedicate yourself to start and finish the games. I've had that problem before, and that's something that I'm trying to do now. Is like once I start a game, I'm gonna finish it on stream. So my live streams are like, they're always longer for those type of games. So that's like what I have off the top of my head right now. But let me address some of what you guys are saying, because, or not saying, but asking, because I'm sure that you guys have some questions here. So I have let's see, Swarley. I like that name, by the way. Nice. How I Met Your Mother callback. Is being a YouTuber a part-time job or full-time? For me, it's full-time, but I don't make full-time money. Like I said, I mean, it's one of those things where I do it as it's a hobby that I enjoy doing, but it's also work. Like when I tell my wife I'm gonna, when I go to work for my YouTube stuff, I tell her, okay, I'm going to work. I'm going to work now. So I come to my other room here, and that's when I do my work and stuff like that. Whether it's recording, editing, all that stuff. Like right now I have a bunch of podcasts that I'm editing. That's why I have late nights right now. But even if your channel gets really big, don't quit your day job, because it's nice to always have some sort of income just in case something ever happens to your channel, just in case something ever happens to YouTube or Twitch or whatever. It's nice to always have your day job, so don't quit your day job. Okay? Nohan, as far as I know, and knowing it from my friends, you need to work your way up the ladder and never give YouTube, never give up. Yeah, so okay, so I have some friends that they get so caught up on the numbers for YouTube. YouTube is a numbers game, but you cannot focus on the numbers. If you focus on the numbers, you're going to lose. Okay, and when I say you're going to lose, I mean like you're going to lose your mind, because focusing on the numbers is a good way to just get yourself depressed. All right, if you sit in your live stream and you only got like 4 or 5 people in your live stream, never call them out if they're lurking. Some people just put up the live streams while they're working, or they're doing their schoolwork or studying or whatever. That's what I do, right? So like I'll have people's live streams up in the background while I'm working on my own YouTube stuff. So never focus on the views. If you whether you're live streaming or whether you put up some videos, you cannot. Learn how to promote yourself. Learn how to get your videos out there, and that's how you'll increase. If you just focus on your numbers, then it's just gonna drive you crazy. It's just gonna drive you crazy. All right, I cannot stress that enough, to not focus on your numbers. You put out a video, it gets like 100 views. Be happy that 100 people watched your video. Be happy and find out what they liked about it. Find out what are the ways that you can improve on that video, and find out what it is that you can do to market the videos out to be able to get more people interested in it. Okay. I cannot reiterate that enough, because it is so stressful when you just focus on numbers. Same thing like subscriber count. Never focus on the subscriber count. Celebrate when you hit milestones, but never focus on subscriber count. Like celebrate you hit 100 subs. Celebrate. You hit 500 subs. Celebrate. You hit 1,000 subs. Celebrate. Every time you hit a milestone that you want to hit, celebrate that milestone, but never focus on the sub count. Okay. Let's see. Who else we got? My laptop doesn't support streaming and gaming at the same time. Again, I've said it. I mean, depending on how you want to stream, right? So if you just want to, if you're gonna stream consoles, you can just stream off your PS4. You can stream off your Xbox. If it's one of those things where you're playing PC games, then you're gonna have to save up. If you're playing mobile games, I see. YouTube gaming, there used to be a YouTube gaming app, and you used to be able to live stream your games directly from your phone. But YouTube shut that app down. They shut down the YouTube gaming website, which was actually really detrimental to content creators, or gaming content creators, because we had a way to be able to promote ourselves on a separate website from the general YouTube pool. So the fact that they did that was really detrimental to it. So it makes it harder to stream directly from your phone now. Let me scroll down. Though here's my question: if I wanted to make videos on mobile games, will that be a good start? Again, know your niche. So if you plan to make your niche mobile games, there's a ton of mobile gaming content creators out there. You know, you know that I play mobile games every now and then. If a mobile game grabs my attention, I'll be playing it. But like content creator like FG3000, right? So which is a friend of mine on he does mobile games. That's all he does is mobile games. You know, if you know your niche, find a way to promote your videos. Again, the Reddits are a good place if they allow you to promote. The Reddits are a really good place. Yes, you'll get some trolls on from Reddit, but it's still a good place. Facebook groups are a good place as well. So if you are focusing on a specific game, go into the Facebook group, find that Facebook group, and find out if you're allowed to promote yourself. Okay, that is really important to do. You have to learn how to do stuff like that. That goes back to what I said about being able to promote yourself. If you can't promote yourself well, then you're not going to get anybody in there. It's a tough thing. I mean, you have to sell yourself. You have to. And the thing is, for me, I benefit from my own personal experiences in doing marketing and stuff because I was in business for a long time. I ran the insurance agency that my dad and I owned, and then from there I was also into retail management, so I knew how to promote myself and stuff like that. And I worked in insurance for 8 years, so you have to learn how to promote yourself. Let's see. If you're not good at PC games, then that's a good choice. Oh, you're talking about for mobile games. Okay. I plan on putting up gacha rolls on YouTube for fun. Do it. I mean, look, do YouTube for fun, right? So it's always got to be fun. If you're not enjoying yourself doing any type of content creation, if you're not enjoying yourself, whether it's just by doing regular videos or by doing live streams, then the people watching you are not going to enjoy it with you. Okay, oh my God, I cannot tell you. If you go onto Twitch, right, and you just look up some random small streamers, whatever, and they're just like sitting there and they're just like expressionless, they're not really enjoying themselves. They're just playing and hoping people jump in. Then are you going to stick around for that? I don't. If I'm in there, I'll give the YouTuber like a couple minutes. Like I'll hang in there a couple minutes, and if I see them, or YouTuber or live streamer, whatever, I'll just say live streamer. If I'm in the live stream and I see the person just sitting there and they're just holding their controller and they're just like this on camera. They're not even looking at the camera, so they're just looking at the game. So they're like this. Are you gonna stick around a live streamer that is just like that? They're not entertaining or whatever. And I know it's tough. To not have any viewers in your live stream. I understand that, and I'm not saying that at all, because I've been there. But you have to learn how to fill in the dead space, even though you don't have anybody in there. So talk to yourself. I know it's weird, but you have to talk to yourself. Read what's going on in the game. Speak your mind. Okay, speak what's on your mind. That is probably the easiest thing to do, is to just say your thoughts on the game. Talk about what's happening in the game, on that scene or that moment. Always keep talking. Always fill in the dead space. Read the dialogue. Read whatever you got to do to fill that in. You have to fill it in. You have to. You can't just sit there and just not do nothing. It's not going to be fun for you as a viewer, because you're seeing this content creator who's not having fun. So you have to have fun. Absolutely have to have fun. Honestly, for me, I used to do slideshow with pictures from that anime and did like every job class from one RPG game I used to play and loved. I managed to make around 800 viewers to 1K views. Very nice. But sadly, that's when I used to have laptops before. So what do you have now? I take it you don't have laptops or nothing like that. For mobile games, I wanted to do like how you would do it, and some other content creators would do. Have fun with the game and talk to everyone that joins the stream. Yeah, I kind of make it a point for me to address everybody who comes into the live streams. Uh, I try to make everybody feel welcome. Like we're a family. That's why, like, if you're in my Discord, the welcome section, it says welcome home. Because we're an extended family type of deal. People know each other or have known each other for years in my Discord at this point, because we're coming up on 3 years. Next month is my 3rd year anniversary on YouTube. Trying to hit that 10K before the 3rd year, but next month is my 3rd year anniversary on YouTube. And some people have been in my Discord. I've known some of these people now for 3 years, or will be 3 years. And it's absolutely insane. I didn't think that that type of stuff would happen, but it's what it is. And so you have to build that community and that sense of, that sense of family-esque type of community, because people will come to you sometimes with their problems and things like that. And, I like to be as involved and be as available as I can be for people. And I think that's one of the most important things, in my opinion, for me. Not everybody's like that. Everybody's got their little crew or whatever, and that's all they say hi to when they come into their live streams or whatever, and that's fine. Or if you got like a ton of viewers all at once, I can understand if your chat's going like a million miles a second. I can understand that you can't keep up. I get it. But we're talking about like when you first start, get to know people, give them a reason to come back. That's what's really important, is to give them that reason to come back. Wow, that sounds really sad. Where I'm sure that you're talking about like when I said you go into a streamer's live stream and they're just sitting there, right? Yeah, I mean, again, that's why I leave. Am I going to stream tomorrow? Martin, yes. I mean, I will. You don't have to ask me like a bunch of times. I'm not addressing it for a reason. I only have Chromebook, sadly, so like I have very limited access to do stuff on it, but I have some Samsung 8 Note. Chromebook. Okay, so Chromebook, I think you can actually get OBS for Chromebook. I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, a quick... I was going to say quick Google search, but you have Chromebook, so Safari. No, Chromebook is Google. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking you had Apple. But yeah, you should be able to get OBS and stuff like that from Chromebook or on your Chromebook. It's what is it? It's like that is a laptop, isn't it? I don't know. I don't have laptops anymore. Like, I started on a laptop, right? So you don't have to start with a whole bunch of stuff. I started on a laptop. My laptop that I started, I actually have it back here. It was under our bed, and I found it the other day. That thing cannot run anything, but I streamed off of it. I did. It ran League of Legends at like 15 frames per second. That's how I played League back then on my laptop. I had to make do with it. I mean, that's just what I had to do to start it. You got to make do with what you have. If you have if you want to use a webcam, you have a little webcam, use it. If you don't want to use a webcam, that's fine. It'll maybe save up resources in your computer. If all you have is a laptop, use it, Find out what the limitations are that you can do on the laptop. So maybe you can't, maybe you can't run certain games, but then you can run others. I know that as far as emulators go for mobile, you have Nox, BlueStacks. You have a lot of different ones. See which one runs the best on your Chromebook and go from there. I mean, that I don't really have any other way to say it. I mean, obviously the best will be to have your own PC built, but not everybody can do that, So I understand that completely. You make do with what you got. If what I used to do for editing is I used to take my cell phone and I used to record, like I used to use my cell phone to record myself for all the videos, and then I would edit my video on there. To be able to edit the video however I'm going to edit it. It was a pain in the ass, I'll tell you that much. you know, because I was using what was it, Windows Movie Maker, as well as like, you know, just my phone, and it was a pain in the ass, but I made it work. I made it work. Y'all, like, you have to start somewhere, right? So you do whatever that you have to do, and not for nothing, like, phones these days, like, the camera's quality is much better than this is. I wish I could use my phone as my camera, because it's much better quality than this little piece of turd Logitech camera is. I'm actually thinking about maybe like upgrading my camera, but I don't know if it's really gonna help me at all, because like my lighting is not good either. You know, that's on me though. Like, things like that, I prioritize certain things more than others. Like, for me, I wanted to have a PC that would be able to handle everything that I can throw at it, you know, which has been great for now almost 2 years, and I now am going to need to upgrade the PC really soon. At least by the end of the year, I need to upgrade the PC. My deadline for upgrading my PC, just, this is a little off topic, but my deadline for upgrading my PC is when next gen comes out, because when next gen comes out, it's going to be really tough for me to play a lot of those games on my PC. I actually remember using Windows Movie Maker, so I've been in the same boat you were before. Yeah, so you got to make do with what you got. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, again, the most important thing is to know how to promote yourself as far as content goes. Microphones and stuff like that. Look, I mean, I have this microphone right here is a 13-year-old microphone. This is what I started using. It's still a really good microphone, right? It's a USB mic. I bought it back in 2006. Yeah, I think it was like 2006. I bought it like back in 2006 for like $100. Really good microphone, and I upgraded to this one last year. So, you know, you'd make do with what you have. This is what I had, and so I bought the Logitech camera, which I've had for 3 years now, which is one of the reasons why I want to upgrade, because I've had it for 3 years. And you know, you just gotta make do with what you have. I had other options for microphones as well. I have this microphone on my desk. This is a Sennheiser microphone. I think this is like another $100 microphone or whatever. And then I have this one right here. This is a wireless microphone. This is a $400 microphone that I used for in my band when I was singing and stuff. Again, Sennheiser microphone. Not sponsored by Sennheiser, by the way. Why is this on? I think I accidentally turned it on. Anyways, you know, it's things like that. You just make do with what you have. Okay, if you have a crappy webcam, okay, maybe you don't use a webcam if you don't want to, and that's fine. People are okay with not using a webcam. A lot of the content creators that I've spoken to, the number one thing that they always say is audio. Audio is always the most important thing. You want your audio to be as clear as possible. Okay. Again, sometimes maybe your audio is just like off of a headset mic, and that's all you have. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't need like a big professional microphone or anything like that. That's gonna cost like $150 to $500 or anything. It's not necessary. You know, if all you have is a headset mic, that's fine. Use the headset mic. You know, that's as long as you get to do whatever it is that you want to do. You got to start somewhere. And there's nothing wrong with that. So anyways, I hope that I was able to like help some of you guys out. If, you know, if you were thinking about being a content creator, there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't, but I think that the reasons why you should outweigh the reasons why you shouldn't. It is a lot of work. I'm not going to sugarcoat it in any which way. It is a lot of work, but it's rewarding. I mean, I have a lot of fun being able to live stream. I have a lot of fun making the videos. I actually have more fun doing live streams than videos, if I'm going to be honest with you. The people that I've met, like in real life, not just like met through doing this, because I mean, even the people I've met doing this has been that they're awesome. Some of the people that I've met, I consider some of my best friends at this point. You know, and then I've met some of them in real life as well, and it just like it's rewarding to be able to do that, to be able to be like, oh yeah, I get to hang out with these guys whenever I'm in the area, or whenever they're in my area. And that's really, really cool. Being able to, like, if you do content like on the road, right? So if like your thing is like, oh, I would really like to be able to travel and make content while traveling. Maybe doing maybe what, like, the content creation and stuff like that will be your reason for traveling, and I think that's really cool too. I've had a lot of opportunities that have been given to me because I've been live streaming. Like, I have companies that send me their games to review now, which is something that I never thought would happen. So it is rewarding, but you have to be patient and you have to work for it. That is the biggest thing, is you have to work for it. It's not something that happens overnight. And if you can understand that, then you're better off for it. But with that, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there because I have some more stuff I need to work on. I got freaking podcasts galore, man. Like, oh my God. I think I have at this point 6 or 7 podcasts that are recorded. I've only edited 1.5. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. I still got to record some more videos because, again, today, Sunday, and Monday are my recording days. These are my days to like get extra videos out and not have to worry about it. So I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much. I really hope that I was able to be somewhat helpful. And if you guys have any more questions or anything, make sure you leave a comment down below. Doing this live stream was easier for me as opposed to just recording the video and putting my thoughts that way. To me, it's just easier. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, especially so early in the morning, because normally I don't go live at this time of the day. It's like 4:30 a.m. for me right now. So I need to get to some work and stuff. But anyways, thank you guys once again. I will catch you all later. All of you have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace out, guys.